What's going on, Turd Nerds? Matt with Operator Mindset here, and in today's video we're talking everything activated sludge. Let's get into it. Alright guys, Bug Farmer Matt today, not wearing the Turd Nerd shirt. When we're talking about activated sludge, we're talking about let's be good bug farmers, right? And when I say bug farmers, I mean there are actually bugs in the activated sludge. That is the activated portion of that term, the activated sludge. There are physical, living microorganisms and bacteria that are actually completing the process for us. Because it is all natural process. These bugs were already here. They've been here. They're all natural. You can find them all over the world, across all different kinds of environments. They are naturally living organisms here on Earth. Some we've even sent to outer space, like the water bear. He's probably the mascot of the wastewater industry, so give him a thumbs up, like the water bear, also known as the tardigrade, moss piglet, but I digress. What we want to talk about today is the activated sludge process and things you need to know to be familiar with it. So yes, there are bugs in the process. Now, part of being a good bug farmer is making sure your bugs got plenty to eat. We do that through a variety of tests, but the main one is the BOD test. When you see the term BOD, biochemical oxygen demand, regarding the activated sludge process, you immediately need to know that BOD equals food. That's what the bugs are constantly consuming. That's what they need to survive. And it's our job as great bug farmers to make sure they have all the food they need to survive and to complete their process, the one we need them to do. You guys provide that food by flushing your toilets, hopefully daily, and sending the delicious poopy treats down here for these bugs to eat, young and old all alike. They love it. They absolutely love it. Now the other thing the bugs are going to need, because they are very close to being like us, they need oxygen. It's also our job as good bug farmers to make sure we are providing the bugs with plenty of oxygen to complete their process, to stay alive, to stay in suspension, and also to help with stripping the ammonia, the nitrification process, and then the denitrification process. All of those things are very important. So, to break it back down, what you need to be a great bug farmer is you're going to need plenty of food to feed these guys, and you're going to need to make sure you're supplying them with plenty of air. What's up? You see behind me here, what you see is the aeration basin. So it is literally air lines underneath all of that brown. And because of that air, guess what? It doesn't stink. I promise you it doesn't. A well-operated activated sludge plant actually has more of an earthy dirt smell. If you were to go out in your yard right now, dig up some scoops of dirt and give it a big whiff, that'd be close to what a well-activated sludge plant smells like. So immediately, if you've ever not seen one and you see all this brown liquid and you're like, that guy's talking about poop, you're thinking that is just absolutely disgusting and it must be absolutely horrible. I'm telling you it's not. It's actually pleasant. You actually get used to it. And smell is a very good indicator on whether or not your process is performing the way you need it to perform, right? So you guys send them the food, the BOD, we supply them with air, and in this confined space that we call the aeration basin, they are living their best life. They are consuming that BOD, and then after they do that whole process, takes about 24 hours at this particular plant, they enter in what's called the clarifier. The clarifier, at the end of that process, once they get there, is how we're actually removing the solids from the activated sludge process through settling. Natural gravity settling. Things in suspension, they flock together, they stick together, and as they settle, that flock particle gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Therefore, it's heavier and heavier and heavier, and then it settles all the way down to the bottom of the clarifier. That bottom blanket of your clarifier then returns back to the head of the plant. So it's actually coming right back up, as you can see right here, and it goes into the head of the plant. This is where the raw influent is coming in. This is where the return, which is a very high concentration of all your bugs, because what did the bugs do, right? they stuck together, they grabbed other particles, they all sunk to the bottom, and now they are being returned back into the plant. They're going to go back through retreatment, and they're getting introduced back into the beginning of the system where there's plenty of food, plenty of air, and they keep doing the job that they need to do. As a bug farmer is the way we manage our herd, right? If you think about the bugs as this massive herd that you as a bug farmer have to keep under control, it can get away from you really quick. We don't have fences, we got walls to keep them contained, but now you got some of the bugs, some of them in your herd, they might start going bad on you. They might start getting older, they might start getting sick. You need a way to manage your solids, and that's truly all wastewater operators do, is we are in the business of solids management. That is our constant day-to-day, 24-hour thing that we are constantly concerned about and constantly battling. Because guess what? You guys never stop flushing the toilet. So the BOD and the solids never stop coming down the pipes. So we always have to be prepared to deal with that and to help our system perform at peak capacity, because our goal above all else is to protect public health and our environment. And we do that by maintaining a good bug population as well as solids management, never allowing those solids that have settled out to ever leave from here. In order to get some of your herd back in line, or to reduce the size of your herd, because there's only ever so much food that's going to be coming into your system. So you need to be able to manage your herd correctly. Again, herd being the bugs, right? We're bug farmer. How do we manage our herd, right? How do we manage our bugs? As good bug farmers, we got to have a way of doing that. And the way we do that is through a process called wasting. Here at the plant, once those same solids settle at the bottom of the clarifier, they don't always have to be returned. Going off of plant testing and running the certain tests that you have to run at your facility, you should know it's time to waste. We got to remove some of the bugs from the herd, remove the solids from the system, because that's our big deal, right? Solids inventory. So through wasting, or waste activated sludge, we are then removing the solids, removing the bugs from the system. They go to a digester, and then from there go to what's called dewatering process, and that's how those solids and those bugs are removed from the system entirely. The main thing to remember as an operator, if you're operating activated sludge, is to always remember to keep control of your bug population, because your bugs are what's actually performing the process for you. Be a good bug farmer. And there you go. That's your intro into activated sludge, guys. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if this content was helpful. We're going to be putting out more content like this for operators in training, or for people that are already in this industry. Everything you need to know to help you become a better operator, change that mindset to be constantly learning. That's what we want. That's what we want to inspire through all this content. So let us know if there's anything you'd like to see, content you'd like us to try to show, and we'll do our best to do it. Thank you again for tuning in. Turd Nerd out.